Devils Lake, Rachel with the Chamber of Commerce, and today I am at Leon's Building Center with co-owner Larissa Schmitz. Larissa, how are you today?
Good.
Good. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule here to hang out with us and share some information about your business with us.
It's great to see you.
Yes, absolutely. So just to kind of get started here, why don't you tell me a little bit about Leon's Building Center and how long it's been here in Devils Lake?
Leon's has been in Devils Lake since February 5th of 2018 when we purchased it from the Kurtz family, and we've been growing here in Devils Lake since then. We also have a location in Park River where we are celebrating our 30th anniversary there, so we're kind of going with that 30 and 3 thing for
okay.
locations.
Sure. Awesome. And now this is a family-owned business.
Correct.
Do you want to touch on that a little bit and kind of map that out for us? I know we were doing that before we started filming.
Map it out back to 30 years ago when Carrie's dad purchased the former Robertson Lumber Building Center in Park River, and then in 2015 Carrie and I purchased the location there from his parents, and then in 2018 we purchased the Devils Lake location, and we've worked back and forth between the two locations. We have a total of 6 employees here in Devils Lake, and we have 5 in Park River, and then Carrie and I travel back and forth. So there's 13 of us, and Leon still comes in every once in a while, even though he retired 10 years ago.
He's got to come and check things out,
Yep,
make sure the business is still going smooth.
Yeah.
Awesome, that's great. So it's you're commuting back and forth between
the two locations.
So you stay plenty busy.
We do. We keep the road warm between the two. But it comes in handy too to stop at job sites on the way between the two.
Absolutely. So I want to touch back on that here in a little bit, but I want to talk about the services that you have to offer here. I know you've got quite a few different things that you offer, but if you want to just kind of skim through those and let people know what you have here at Leon's that you can do for people who are looking for some help.
Well, we have the drafting and design availabilities. We also have the estimators that can figure your projects for you. So if you're looking at doing a garage or re-siding your house, putting in windows, we'll come out and measure those windows, measure for siding. We also work with the contractors in town too, so they'll sometimes come in and say, hey, I've got a job. Can a customer come in and look at color samples? We help them find that perfect application if it needs to be a vinyl window or a wood window or whatever they're looking for that way. We also have the cabinetry department where we can do countertops and cabinetry through our suppliers too, that we deal with a couple different installers for the countertops that come out in template and do the solid surface countertops too. When it comes to the laminate colors, we have display boards. We also have a wide variety of samples in the showroom for people to open and close the drawers and check out what's actually available, that they can get that hands-on instead of just seeing it in a picture book or online.
Yes, makes a difference.
Yeah, be able to touch and feel everything.
So Larissa, we're in your showroom here, the cabinetry showroom. You've got tons of samples of wood, different countertops, all kinds of things back here. Can you tell me a little bit about a process if somebody wanted to come in and say redesign their kitchen? What does that process look like?
Usually the process starts out with people coming in, sitting down. Sometimes the contractor will come with 2, or the contractor just sends them in and says, this is Mr. and Mrs. They're going to be coming in and wanted to redesign their kitchen. We'll set up an appointment to come in and go through their wish list of what they want, what they're tearing out, what's going to stay, what's going to go, for starting from scratch. And it's really handy too for being in town here. They can take the samples over to the flooring place and then be able to match up that flooring and get in with the electricians and everybody like that on the layouts.
Yes,
too. So
that's awesome.
It gives them the full availability to touch and feel all those quartz samples or the laminate samples and pick out a favorite door style. And then we actually go through the process, and I'll go out to the house and do some measuring for finals just to verify everything fits before we order it.
Okay.
And then from there on, it's between the contractor doing the install, or sometimes I'll go out there too if there's any questions on how things are going. And the favorite thing I like to hear is it's perfect when they walk in. So
that's a great answer, isn't it? So in regards to the cabinetry, that stuff is not done built here. It's ordered?
It is ordered from
Okay.
Showplace Cabinetry is our main cabinet line that we handle, and they come from South Dakota.
Okay.
So it's locally sourced that way, and they are actually up here on a regular basis. So they just you order in with them, and they bring up their truck and unload. Sometimes if it's a really, really big job, they'll deliver right to the yard.
Oh, wow,
The
okay.
homeowner's yard too. We've done that before too. So
Okay. A little bit of teamwork.
yeah,
Goes a long way, doesn't it?
yeah, we go the extra mile.
All right, very neat. Another thing I want to touch on here is your lumber yard on site.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
The lumberyard layout has changed a little bit since we purchased it. We've gone through and redone the treated building and put in a concrete floor in there and new racking. So pretty much customers are able to back in or actually pull in and load up out of the rain if they need to.
Yep.
Our main area out back here, we've put in some different racking in there so customers are able to pull in and load up and drive right out the other side. Our larger semi trucks that come to deliver to us are able to drive all the way through and out the yard now and be able to drop inside the yard and
Yes.
drop off deliveries too, but then we're also able to load our trucks and we do transfers between the 2 yards too for materials too when we need it.
Yeah, that was the one thing I said I had wanted to touch back on. You had mentioned back and forth between Park River and Devil's Lake, between the two buildings. If something is needed elsewhere, you kind of are one big circle.
The one big circle. We have quite a radius of coverage between the 2 yards. We pretty much up into the Langdon area, clear down to Grand Forks, and then close to the Carrington area that we've been covering. Cabinet-wise, I've even done some jobs up in Can-Do and further out that way too. So it's interesting to see what our coverage area is between the 2 yards. And
Absolutely.
who needs material, south of Lakota or
Yeah.
north of Lakota or up to Grand Forks. We seem to be covering all of that area now.
Yeah, so and if something, you don't have a piece of lumber here in this facility, you may have it in Park River and you can go back and forth.
Yep, do a transfer. We can, when Carrie and I drive back and forth on a regular basis too, we'll sometimes
Yeah.
stop at somebody's house to do a measuring job.
Yeah.
Or drop off that one piece of little lumber that you might be short when you come to pick it up. We'll just drop it off at your house and
Very nice.
You've
Very
been able
nice
to
and
continue
personal.
on.
Yes, great
Yes.
customer service. Great customer service. And can you tell me something about Leon's Building Center, a service or a fun fact, something unique about your business that people maybe don't know about?
Fun fact, Carrie and I have only been married for 11 years and we have a 10-year-old son.
Okay.
And he loves working at the lumberyard
Oh,
too. So we're
that's
hoping for a
awesome.
3rd generation.
There you go. That's awesome. That's so cool. So Larissa, how can people get a hold of you if they need help? Maybe some ideas, what to get started with, where to get started, how to get started, if they need a piece of lumber, just your basic information that they can find you.
The basics, 701-662-3416 for here at the yard, or they can go on our website too to check out what products are available.
Okay.
And there's also links on there to go to our suppliers. So if you're looking for certain doors or windows, products like that, you can get actually into those links of their showrooms that they have for windows
Okay.
and different products, doors,
Yep.
and cabinetry too.
Great.
And we also have the availability of going on our Facebook to check out finished projects. I try to get a few pops on there every once in a while, a project in process or completed once it's done too.
Wonderful. Great to know. Now, since you've been in business here for 30 years, what's something that you value about the community of Devil's Lake or being a part of the business community?
As we've come into Devil's Lake, it's been a warm welcome for us to be here, and people that we love hearing that they love us being here and the products that we're providing, the services that we're providing for them. They really enjoy the availability just to be able to walk in and pick up that product.
Yes.
And get out in a quick fashion too. So.
Yeah, I know there's multiple different contractors here, so having that option to come and grab a piece of lumber that they need is got to be very convenient.
Convenient for them, and we're only a cell phone call away.
Yes, certainly. And can I ask, what is something that you value about being a member of our Chamber of Commerce?
Probably being a member of the Chamber, it's the availability to help sponsor and be active with the activities going on in Devil's Lake and kind of getting into what's going on here with living in a different town. And
Yeah.
it helps us to be able to participate
Yes.
and be active in the activities going on in town.
Well, we love to hear that, and we so appreciate your participation and you being a chamber member. It's a great relationship that we have, and we love working for you and having you help sponsor and be part of our events and all that good stuff. So
The chamber bucks are really handy too for
Yes,
those gifts that
they
people are looking
are.
for. We don't do gift cards here, but we do chamber bucks.
Yes.
So that's
yes.
really handy to have this.
Very much so. Very much so. They always come in handy. So Larissa, is there anything else that you would like to share about Leon's Building Center before we wrap things up?
Probably wrapping it up would be just to enjoy the pictures that are going along with this and checking out what the yard looks like and what we have available.
Yeah, I think it's a great feature because a lot of people probably don't know what's, hiding in those garages back there. So we're gonna go and get a sneak peek.
What's hidden inside.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much again for taking the time out of your day to hang out with us a little bit and share with the community about Leon's Building Center.
Thanks for coming in.
Absolutely. Thank you.